What's up, guys? Welcome to another Talking Bull podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We are here to bring you the weekly nerd news and talk some bull. I fucked up that thing twice in 2 different takes.
Yes, you did.
Jesus. It's a lot of words. You think after 85? No. 5, yeah. 85 podcasts, I can say the correct thing I say every week. It's not every week, so shut up. Anyways, we said last week that we had covered E3 up to Saturday with EA stuff and whatnot, and now there's a little bit more news, and by a little bit more, I mean a lot, but we're not talking about all of it because only some of it piqued our interest. Anyways, let's start off with Cyberpunk. That trailer was pretty dope. I was already pretty much on board for Cyberpunk.
I thought until 5 minutes ago that it was an existing IP. And like they were just bringing it back or like redoing it or starting a new saga or something, just because of how hyped everyone was about it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're hyped because of the reveal in it. But just like it felt like they were hyped that like this old IP that I used to play or love before. It just like I assumed it's been around, and I guess that's not true. Yeah,
but like that's saying something to the level of hype and the level of out there it is that like you're like, oh, it's new and everyone's excited, or it's coming back and you're excited about it. Kind of like Call of Duty is for a lot of people this year. It's like, oh, Call of Duty is going back to where it was. But so we got like another big trailer for it, and we'll just go through it kind of quickly here.
The other one, they're all on there.
Yeah.
This is the first one too.
Yeah. So we got that we're at somebody's press conference.
I think this was at Microsoft.
Yeah, this is at Microsoft press conference. Yeah. So we get the little title screen. We get kind of a good look at the city scanned out. Guy is coming out of a hotel kind of thing here. The car is just riddled with bullets. It looks amazing. This game looks like it. First of all, it looks amazing, but it does look very much like it could blend seamlessly through gameplay and cutscenes. Like right here, I feel like you could literally walk him inside.
Yeah,
it would the camera it looks kind of like the camera's panning out and you're walking him inside, and they just cut it kind of for the trailer. But it very much feels like you're doing this. Mm-hmm. He's going to some hotel room. He's got a giant ass collar on him that kind of looks like a heater, which I'm down for. Keep your neck warm during the thing.
The cold ones.
Yeah. And it looks very much like there's going to be a divide between like your gear or your whatever punk modifications to what like class you are, let's say, in this society. Because we see like this guy, the main character, I guess I'm going to call him for now. He looks like he's got a lot of broke ass mods on him. Then you see the whatever dealer guy is here. He's got like the whole gold arm and thing, and not a lot of cuts where you see his implants and shit. But this guy looks like he's just been cut and put wires on his face and shit.
Yeah, like he had like botched surgery.
Yeah.
Upgraded or something.
Yeah. So they're stealing some chip here, him and his buddy, and this car is self-driving. Yeah. You see this guy's smart. He jumped over the car. And
buddy,
not so smart. He's like, I'm gonna get in this side, and
I thought it was weird when you see him get in and the other doors open.
Yeah.
I'm like,
why don't you just jump over it too?
Yeah.
It's a self-driving car. They don't care what you get in. It is cool though. Like these cars self-drive. I wonder if that's gonna be in the gameplay where you can like yell at it to like drive and shit. That'd be kind of cool. Where like you have to do a mission, but instead of driving, the car drives you. Because, like, let's face it, driving missions in most games suck because you're just escorting some guy who won't shut up. Mm-hmm. Although in Grand Theft Auto 4, they were really good. As long as you weren't with Nico. But, like, with the Irish family in that was fun hearing about that in GTA 4.
Yeah.
When you're driving them around.
Nico's the main
Not Nico.
But you're with his brother. Cousin.
God damn it, I fucking hated that guy. I killed him. Wow. Full disclosure, I killed him because I hate him. But, yeah, it looks like there's you're half robot from the most of this. His arms shoot out blades, which is cool. I guess it's called Mantis mode. You see kind of on his screen later on. Like I wonder how many different upgrades you can get, and like can you interchange them, that kind of thing. Based off this trailer, we see a lot of different mods and stuff. It looks like gunplay is going to be heavily in this. Whatever this chip is seems to be very important to these people. and wherever they stole it from, i.e. the cops or some like facility. Looks like it's going to be mature, judging from the language and what is about to happen to this guy, because he chops off his arms and legs and then stabs him in the gut. And I do like.
She has like some type of.
Yeah, I really like that she like can kind of hack him and turn him off. I like that, and I wonder if that's going to be also in there. Like cops will have that ability to stop your thing. We get a cool reveal of the name we already knew, but still. So he's going to reboot here. It looks like he's in a junkyard where they just throw all the other scraps. Going to look for Wally in here. We get this kind of cool looking dude. You're like, okay, he's going to be the guy that like helps you rebuild whatever. And then turns out it's fucking Keanu Reeves, which was awesome. Yeah. And everyone lost their goddamn minds. I mean, because like Keanu right now is just awesome.
Oh, shit.
He is. He's got John Wick. He's in that one movie where he just cameos and nobody knew he was in it. He's just, and like he's an all around good dude from everything you read and see about him. That reveal is cool. Like he's in this game. You get to talk to him. He's going to be in cutscenes and shit. I'm like, I was already sold on this game. You just sold me even more. You got Keanu Reeves. I'm in. It's fucking John Wick and Cyberpunk. I'm in. I'm excited for that. So that I'm more on board on this game than I already was. How you feeling about it?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Something you like, maybe I'll look at it when it comes out kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
There was that's how I definitely felt about the game we'll get to in a minute. So we got another trailer for Doom Eternal, which we found this one video online that's just going to play all the trailers, so we're just kind of looking at them. Oh, well, we also got a release date of April 16, 2020. Kind of soonish.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Doom. So before this trailer goes, I have Doom. I really want to play Doom. I really want to be good at Doom, but it's run and gun and like so high octane, and like we tried it. There's a let's try Nick tries of us trying to play this game, and it's fucking hard. I can't do it, but I really want to play it. But seeing this new trailer got me even more hyped for it because it looks like hell has come to Earth, and of course you're a Doom guy, and like all these locations look amazing. The guns look dope. It very much looks like it's leading into like heaven and hell fighting, but you don't care who wins. You just want to save Earth. But like the guns in this look dope, and all the stuff you can do. There's like platforming, and you can swing from different areas, and the way you like shoot things and jump and move around, and some cool looking ghost thing. And the enemies look great. This game
looks good.
Yeah. I just wish I was better at it.
It was hard.
It was. See our Doomslayer there. He's pretty dope.
We couldn't get past the one like the
no, we couldn't do this. Yeah, we could. I couldn't.
I
couldn't do it. I should really go back and try it one day. Maybe I'll stream it one day. Just me sucking at Doom. But yeah, you see like he's jumping off things and jumping in, platforming and blowing shit up, and the variety of guns. And looks like it has level interaction too, which is kind of cool. Big giant boss fights. So I'm in. This trailer was awesome, and then they showed off like gameplay that was really cool too, but more of just like stuff. So we got Doom Eternal. It's pretty dope. What is next on the docket that we can probably skip? Elder Scrolls Online. We can skip that. We'll just go right to that. So here was a game that we saw the teaser for in like 2015, I think.
I want to go out.
Maybe 2016.
I'd say 16 or 17.
It was far.
It was a while.
It's been real quiet. Like Rocksteady fucking Montreal quiet.
Yeah. They're like the CIA of fucking.
Yeah. So we're like, where's this game? Blah, blah, blah. The week before, they were like, okay, well, you're going to see it. And we were like, awesome. So the game was Square Enix's Marvel's The Avengers.
Yes.
We're like, awesome. So before we even get any to the hubbubaloo, we just see a cool cinematic trailer. We see their interpretation of what the Avengers are going to be. So it's A-Day, the day to celebrate the Avengers and what they have. We see a Quinjet flying around. We see this helicarrier.
The West Coast Avengers.
Yes,
which is amazing. Yeah, nice little nod.
Yeah. So we see the Quinjet. They're it's by fuck. We just saw Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix or Adios is working on it. We see Iron Man. He looks dope. We see Thor. He looks dope-ish.
I have a slight problem with
their face animations suck.
Yeah, the face animation on all the characters are a little bad. I find a problem with all their hair too. It looks fluffy, like it's like sitting on their head.
Yeah.
Like Thor's hair is like 8 inches thick.
And I do wonder if this is just like early footage that kind of just wanted to get out.
But
it's been 5 years. It's been 4 years. So like
early footage shouldn't be just throw something together to give it to them either. So
yeah, like I have a problem with their heads. Yeah. Everyone's head looks odd.
Yeah, and it's 100%.
And Black Widow looks like a man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Very very poor designed face.
Yeah.
That it very yeah.
It looks like they were trying very heavily not to look like the actual
like the movies is so like they just, which I get. I totally get 100%. Yeah, this isn't the movies. This is Captain America. It's not Chris Evans. I get that.
Yeah. Great voice cast too.
Oh, amazing voice cast.
This is like the A-list of voice cast.
Yeah.
And like,
I have a pause it right there. I have a problem
with like
he's wearing way too much crap.
Yeah, like but his chest looks weird. Like it's proportion. Like again, like
it looks like the fucking 90s drawn fucking who did it? Rob Liefeld cap. That it looks like that, kind of like that.
Like his, but Thor and Iron Man have the same build.
Yeah,
like their chests.
So we didn't see
odd.
We didn't see any gameplay, but it very much looks like they hit it in the trailer, much like Cyberpunk did, but not as well. This kind of looks like gameplay. Like
this looks like gameplay flying to the bridge. Yeah,
Iron Man and thing. And then
a lot of people say that a lot of people say there's this one scene I'll have you. You know what? Let me take control of this.
So this is 100%. That is actually what you're going to do. There's a little thing you see it. So you drop in here as Hulk.
Yeah.
And this is 100% you as Hulk when it spins around, like goes in.
Well, it is
right there. That's gameplay. That's gameplay.
Yeah.
Right there. That's gameplay as the Hulk. And then Iron Man as well, and then Thor doing his power move is the.
But a lot of people are saying there's this one scene that's gameplay, and I'm going to tell you why it's not.
But that one scene where he just threw the hammer was gameplay as well. So you see the Avengers, they're doing all right, kind of.
Okay, it's going to be right here. That's gameplay.
That is gameplay, yes.
What's going to happen next? He's going to pick up the tank.
Yeah. And
then he's going to bitch kick the one soldier.
Oh, that's not gameplay.
That's not gameplay.
No.
And I'm going to tell. A lot of people are saying this. I saw it out there. That whole sequence is gameplay. I'm going to tell you why it's not. Because never in a video game, when your hands are full, do you not get hit, or you're able to defend yourself? Because how many times are you like having to like defuse the bomb or open the door or do anything with your hands and whack, you get hit in the fucking back of the head.
Oh yeah.
You'll never be able to bitch kick this guy like Hulk's about to do. No. But let's watch him bitch kick him anyways.
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Let's bring it back a bit. You're gonna
So this is gameplay 100%. You drop in, you flip the tank, guy falls out. That is a cutscene. It is 100%.
You will never be able to bitch kick someone when your hands are full.
So that's Taskmaster. They confirmed it.
Yes.
It looks not like Taskmaster, kind of, but does.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an experimental not Quinjet. What's the other one? That's cool seeing his cat. That is it.
I had a few. Okay, we'll play out the trailer. You know what? Let's pause this so I don't forget.
He smashes him down.
It's hidden in there.
Yeah. It is.
So Taskmaster here's going to.
I had a few issues with I watched their like press conference for Square Enix. Guy comes out, director, and all that stuff.
Well, let's
couple things.
Finish the trailer and we'll get into it fully. So that's Widow running gameplay. That's stuff. That is 100% gameplay. Like you'll be doing a quick time event there, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of looked like Lucy Lawless there. So that's an experimental.
Quinjet.
No, what the fuck is the name of the floating things?
I don't know.
The helicarrier.
Oh, okay.
Helicarriers. And it destroys a lot of shit. And now it's like 5 years. Spoilers, Cap's dead. A bunch of people died on that day. Emo rocker Iron Man here.
I'm loving Tony.
With the longer hair.
Yeah, me too. It's funny. It doesn't look like good hair, but it's funny. So Cap's dead. And Thor's dead too, but then he comes back and picks up his hammer. And then we see just the kind of a montage of like what's going on and like them.
Was that the Skrulls? It looked like.
I think there was a Skrull and then Abomination.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Abomination
and then you're
too.
like, oh, cool! I'm so excited! Oh, cool stuff.
But then the trailer keeps going.
Yeah.
And then they kept talking.
Yeah. And then there's this cool thing where like, that dude pops up. You're like, oh, what is it? And then there's a cool reveal of. Oh.
No, we went to the next scene.
I just want to talk before we get into the whole like what the fuck is going on with this game. There's that cool thing with Hank Pym.
Oh, the secondary part, where he like
shrinks the thing and he's like it's experimental, but then he just picks up this walker kind of tank thing, and you're like, cool. And then it ended. The trailer ends, and they start talking.
Well, before the trailer, okay. So before even they start talking about it, a couple things bothered me right away from their press conference. Little thing. I don't know who was saying it or who was talking, but they were like, "We're gonna give you a 100%." I think they even said this before they showed the trailer, or maybe right after. A 100% original Marvel storyline experience. And then either then they played the trailer or we had just watched the trailer. Yeah. And I'm like, no. Because I was like, it seems like you've hit a lot of beats that I've seen over the last 10 years. I don't know how original this seems. They've been disbanded.
Yeah.
They're on the run. You went 5 years later, and several of them are dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if checking off 4 boxes out of a major list of 10, it makes an original new storyline. That bothered me. That did.
It did bother me because I'm just
because it bothers me from a just like you're selling this movie. It's an original gameplay story. Like you've never seen this. We literally watched it for 10 fucking years. You just stole
Ultimate Alliance coming out before that.
Yeah, you just stole this idea from that. You even did 5 years later. Like that's the biggest trump you could. You know what I mean? Like it's just that bothered me.
Also, there has been the thing where like the superheroes accidentally kill a bunch of people. The New Warriors did it with the school bus, and that led to the whole Civil War Superhero Registration Act.
This isn't.
I get like
you want to sell your game. But that bothered me right from the beginning. Just that trope that you're trying to create this like new experience, and you just checked off every box of movies I watched for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
and then they kept talking. And as the more they spoke, my wallet
got tighter and tighter. Because going into this, I was like,
"Oh, I'll buy this game 100% when it comes out."
Oh, you can play as the 5 main Avengers.
My wallet was like,
"Yeah." I'm like Cyberpunk.
It just went in my pocket, and we're
it's like that one meme you
talk
see
yourself
of, like,
out of
the
it.
guy looking at the he's with his girlfriend, and
the two walking away, and he's like.
There was Marvel's Avengers.
And then there it is.
Ultimate Alliance 3. And now you're just like, oh, there goes Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah.
It's like, no longer am I 100%.
Yeah, I'm not. Because they kept talking and my wallet closed up and my mind was just filled with questions.
It's been it's going to be a week. Like this weekend before this post on Monday. We still don't know what this fucking game is.
Well, and you know what else bothered me? And I seen this too was like, so, and they said it in the press conference, was like, okay, come by to our booth and you can play the game.
Yeah.
So the game was ready. Yeah. You can play the game. Why didn't you show us the game?
Yeah.
Like actual gameplay. Like it's buried in there and there's little snippets.
That's the problem.
Why didn't, if you could go and play the fucking game at your booth in 10 minutes, why didn't you show us someone playing the fucking game right now?
Because they showed 25 minutes of us playing Final Fantasy VII.
Well, yeah, that too. But you know, like, why don't you show the game that comes out in less than a year?
Yeah.
And arguably one of the biggest games to be out in the next year. Like, it's Avengers. They're like the greatest shit on earth right now. And you didn't show us actual gameplay.
No.
It was snippets of like 2 or 3 seconds of a maybe that was gameplay. Like, it looked like it was gameplay when he was flying. You know, like, and you couldn't show us the gameplay of it.
Yeah.
That's a little,
especially on a game like Cyberpunk. We know what that game is. It's kind of like The Witcher, but Cyberpunk. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the exact same thing, and it's going to be huge. But this game, you don't even know what this game is.
I don't think in the Witcher Xbox press conference did they say, "Hey, the game's ready to play. Come and play it now." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you?
They said that at the Avengers one. They said the game is playable at our booth. Come and play. well, if it's playable at your booth, why couldn't you show us it? You know, like that. That's a weird thing. It's like,
oh, and Keanu came out to announce the release date for Cyberpunk. That was pretty dope. Yeah. It was pretty dope. Everyone was excited.
And
but like, what is this game?
The game just, like I said, then there's just so many
questions because they kept talking that
they went into like this weird, confusing talking about.
And they're like, we're not gonna charge you nickel and dime for stuff, and we're like, yeah, awesome. And they're like, new heroes released, and they're just gonna be free, and we're like, new heroes, pardon? And they're like, you can do this single player with multiplayer, and there's no open world, and it's an experience. And
it's an experience, and it's a cinematic story.
Pardon?
Like, so, and cinematic storytelling is like, what does that mean? Like, you're telling me the story through cutscenes, which is everything that triggered from this movie. The second they started talking more, I was like, DC Online.
Yeah,
but I was like, this is like a DC Online. Like you're telling me the story through cutscenes, and then you're giving me some bitch mission to go and do. Only instead of me having created my own character, I'm now going to play with 3,500 other Iron Men who are all doing the same.
But like, if it's single player, do I just like go with myself and into AI?
Much like on DC Online, you could play that game by yourself.
Yeah.
Up to a cap point.
Is it like Ultimate Alliance where if you don't play with a person, you can still use the 3 other AI people?
Oh, 100% not like that.
But like, which is it?
But yeah, I didn't get that. I figured like you're playing this by yourself.
Like, I don't want to go through a mission with 35 Iron Mans.
Yeah,
I wanted the Avengers Spider-Man.
Yeah. Insomniac made
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell this isn't it. And there's no open world. They confirmed the next day there's no open world. They're like, oh, the Avengers wouldn't just be based in New York. They're a worldwide thing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so where do I do missions? Like, there's not enough fucking questions.
So it's not open world because they wouldn't be based in an open world?
Yeah, because they go everywhere, right? They're the Avengers. They wouldn't just be in New York. Like Spider-Man is just in New York. And I'm like, that is a cop-out if I've ever fucking seen one.
I didn't see that.
But where do I launch from? Because even in fucking DC...
It seems like most of the game takes place on the West Coast.
But like, so what? I just go to the Avengers Tower and they're like, "Hey, we're flying to France. Let's go." Do.
I didn't get that it was going worldwide.
But that was they said. Yeah, they're like blah 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 everywhere, kind of. And I'm like, but so even DC, you could run around Metropolis, Central City, Coast City, Themyscira, fucking everywhere. What the fuck is this game? I shouldn't have to say this.
Is a question.
It is. And even like I said, you got me so hyped and then you shot me in the foot.
Oh, maybe the leg. Like you shot me higher than the foot.
Like this is
like I said, I don't play a lot of games, but this would have been one that I would have played.
Like at least Rocksteady was like, yo, we don't have anything to show you. And we're like,
let's not even get in the Rocksteady.
But like this game was like, hey, we have a trailer to show you, and then a whole bunch of information.
We're gonna confuse you.
And they're like, what's the game? And we're like, we don't know. We're like, what? But the worst, like, it has an all-star cast of like the best people, and I'm like, you brought all these people in to tell us a story, but it might be open world, but it might be like DC Online. You're just wasting fucking talent at this point. And you don't make a game that fucking good, like DC Online, for as fun as it is, looks like shit.
Yeah, the play part, but the cinematics look the same as that.
No, nowhere near that.
Well, I mean, it's older, but the cinematics looked way better than the game.
But like still during the cutscene, there was like people fucking glitching through the fucking wall.
Well, yeah,
villains like glitching through.
I'm talking like watch this DC Universe trailer one.
But we knew what that was, and the opening cinematic is great. The rest of the trailers are all garbage, or the rest of the stuff. But this looks like a full fucking game experience. But it's gonna. I don't understand what it is. I really have no fucking clue.
I just need more answers.
Basically.
Before I commit.
Yeah. Then we saw Baldur's Gate. I don't care. The Outsiders, kind of interesting. Halo Infinite, we saw. Then they confirmed is a launch title for Project Scarlet, which is the next Xbox console. And the problem with them showing
Xbox.
Yeah. The problem with them showing the next box is they did all the thing where they talk about fucking spec stuff. Mm-hmm. Remember a few months ago where PlayStation did it in an article and we talked about it? They did the same thing here, but during a fucking press conference. And they're like, who are you entertaining with this? Because like I could just give me the fucking rundown later.
Plus, when you're hearing all these numbers and these gigahertz and megahertz, you're just like, what is like what?
You can't read that. Yeah, that's not something. Don't throw numbers at me. Like, you know what? And then like the next day, rumor was like, yeah, it's powerful, but apparently the PlayStation 5 or whatever the next gen is called is still 3 times more powerful than this thing.
It's PlayStation.
Well, right now the Xbox, but right now the One X is the most powerful console on the market, even above the Pro.
Oh yeah, but the PlayStation did that purposely. You know, they put out the Pro, which is a little better than the 4, but not near what their 5 was going to be.
Yeah,
right. They stacked the deck.
You know what the problem is, and I still can't figure out why Xbox did this. The diskless Xbox still costs almost as much as the normal fucking Xbox.
Probably there's some reason that you got to pay just as much to not make it this.
And I'm like,
but they got a bill for one anyway. So
because I was in the park where I'm like, if it's smaller and costs less, if I can exchange that one for the diskless one and it has a bigger hard drive in it, I was gonna do that. But to exchange it is basically the same fucking price and thing, and I'm like, well then fuck it. Like, there's no point.
I don't know if I would buy like if PS5 came out and it was a diskless option. I don't know if I'd still buy that.
I would.
Like, does that mean you can't put a disc in, right?
Yeah, there's no disc drive. It's 100% just an internal drive.
Because occasionally I want to watch like an old movie that I have on it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to watch an old movie you have out there.
When is the last time you pulled out a DVD?
I used to do it more often.
Yeah.
Like my life was,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I haven't used.
Like we would go and rent movies or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I haven't used a fucking disc in that.
We watched fucking.
We watched that here.
Oh, like off of here because we got to record.
Yeah, we watched that off of here, and I have almost everything out there.
I know everything.
I have digital.
Digital, yeah, I do too. But I'm just saying.
The only reason I used the Xbox disc drive was to use Ghostbusters, and that's because I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Now I can get it for fucking remastered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't used the fucking disc. I don't even know. Oh, I used it to play Batman a few months ago because I had it on disc when I streamed, like last year during Batman Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the last time I used the disc in there. It might still be in there. So we saw that. We saw a good chunk of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was awesome. We saw Tifa, which was cool. It looks like it's Final Fantasy 15 fight style, so it's not turn-based, which is cool. It's fully acted. It looks like Advent Children. Lost my train of thought. Oh, people are still trying to figure out how big this game is. Because initially, like we talked about it, right? It was like 3 parts or whatever. For the remake, it was like different episodic. But now, like, it's 2 Blu-ray discs, and it just takes place on Midgar, apparently. And like, they can't get a clear answer on how big this fucking game is going to be. And
what I was reading or watching, too, was, like, it was confusing as to what was on what disc. And, like...
Yeah, and, like, how much are you keeping? And they said they've been pretty faithful while adding and changing some elements. And, like, how fucking big is this game?
They were selling the idea of like 2 discs the same way that.
But like that's only the first third of the game.
They were selling the idea of 2 Blu-ray discs the same way as like back in the day when they sold Titanic on 2 VHS discs.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But even back in the day, this was 4 discs.
On the PlayStation. Regular discs.
Yeah.
Not Blu-ray discs.
No.
So Blu-ray disc holds more, so you could get it onto 2.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's 50 gig.
I think a Blu-ray is 40 or 45 gigs, something like that.
Yeah, with the space for whatever.
You're bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's insane.
That's like an 80 gig game.
Yeah.
On disc.
And that's only part 1.
Well, I was 80 gigs. I was putting the 2 discs together.
But that's still only part 1 according to them. So like, are we gonna pay $80 every fucking time? Is it a full experience? Like. I'm getting
annoyed with these experience things.
This is not an experience. It's going to be like a full-fledged like thing. But yeah.
But fuck your experience.
They've gotten kind of away from those now. Even because VR was pretty big on
the VR was high on the experience. We're going to tease you with something that we can't actually make fully. Like, now there's make a fully, so we're going to tease you with it and call it an experience.
Yeah.
And give you a rubbing tug at the same time.
Exactly. They've kind of gotten away from that now. There is full, like that Iron Man game, I guess, is a full game. And Greg said it actually looks pretty fun from kind of funny.
It's a full game.
Yeah, and then like there's like Blood and something, which is like a mafia game, fully set in VR, which is kind of cool. So they are getting away from that.
You haven't tried VR?
No, I really want to do it.
I'd like to.
Yeah. Apparently, you get it from Easy Home for like a week. And then because you pay like the 1 week fee of like $25 for like to take it home and then play it for like 2 weeks and then just take it back. I've actually looked into doing that and then like just get rid of it or like fuck it, who cares? But yeah, because I do have some VR games from like Plus and like Resident Evil has a VR mode. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
I like to do a racing, like a driving.
There's a few. Oh, that would make it fucking nauseous. We saw a cool Ghostwire game, Tokyo, which I guess is like there's ghosts in the world. It was kind of cool.
Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars. First of all, I like that this trailer goes from the 27 mark to the 29-minute mark. So it's the 2 minute. Way better than the 18-minute one you had me watch last week.
Well, because that was a gameplay. This was just a trailer to hype it up. Yeah. And we saw more of kind of the world. We saw more of Saw Gerrera.
Still, even as with gameplay, I want to see gameplay. I don't need to see 18 fucking minutes.
Well, because that was but that was the thing with EA's press conference, and then we saw because EA's press conference was EA Play. They were doing deep dives into the games. That's why it was so long. Yeah. This trailer was at Microsoft's.
I don't remember.
I think it was at Microsoft's, probably and it was just a trailer to hype the game as well. So the deeper dive is kind of what we talked about for like 45 fucking minutes on the podcast. Yeah. And this was just a cool thing talking more about the game. There was a trailer for Dying Light 2 where you saw him kind of like stealthy just kicking people off of shit. It was kind of cool. We saw Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is done by with the help of Arcane and Machine Gun Games, I think it's called. I'm probably wrong, but who knows. Published by Bethesda. It looks fucking dope. You're his kids, and you have to go find them. BJ Blazkowicz's the main character from Wolfenstein, and it just looks bloody and awesome. And you can do co-op 2-player because like his twin girls are the main cast, and he gets lost in Paris. And yeah, it looks dope. And then Elden Ring.
Which one was that?
That's that stupid fucking thing. We're talking about gods and blah, blah, blah. The guys, it was like Squares, not Squaresoft. The fucking, the people who do like Bloodborne and all that shit. It's Soft Squares. Whatever the fuck it is. I have no fucking clue. I lost it. Yeah. And then like
the J.R.R. Martin.
Yeah. And then like you seen it kind of looks cool, and then there's a dude talking, and it just keeps talking and showing random
Game
of
Thrones. It's just talking, confusion, pictures,
and you're just like, what? And again, Mike Marvel, you're fucking confused on what this game is. Exactly. Like you have no fucking clue what this game is, and you're just like, okay, cool. Like
the George R.R. Martin one.
Yeah, and you're like, cool. How about you stop fucking making games and random bullshit and just go finish your last book?
I was gonna say she only had one arm, but
she just pops it back.
Yeah.
It's you fight gods or some bullshit probably. I don't fucking know. This sword flying through the air was kind of cool.
Well, it's a full trailer. There's zero gameplay to this.
It wasn't good, and it leaked 2 days before, anyways. Mm-hmm. So who knows? I don't know. What else we had? We had Zelda. We got the Breath of the Wild sequel confirmed in development. That was really cool. They talked about Project Scarlet, holiday 2020 release date. We're just burning through stuff here, release date wise for stuff. We already talked
Stadia.
about
we talked about that.
Breath of the Wild is kind of cool. I'm excited for that.
A lot of games though, like post
our last week's show. A lot more games were announced to Stadia.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. Like it's also coming to Stadia, and I'm like, much like the
brand new Marvel story you've never seen before. You're just trying to sell bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
And again, I don't know who Stadia is for because anyone who's watching these is probably
has a console,
or they have a high-end PC.
Yeah, if you're watching E3, you got a console or you got a PC.
And you're not gonna go get a fucking Stadia account.
Exactly. They Animal Crossing is delayed. I don't care because I don't care about Animal Crossing. It's not really something I play. We saw a good look at Luigi's Mansion 3. That looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the Zelda Awakening, the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake trailer and the release date as well. I don't know where it is, but it's gone soon. But it looks really cool. They just redid Link's Awakening, which is awesome because I want to play that. I have no fucking clue what that game is, though. Did it? I wonder if. Oh, Avengers is May 15th, 2020. For
Yeah.
We have nothing. 2.5 years since they announced Marvel's thing. So, yeah. So. Thanks, Esquire, for that one fucking announcement. Breath of the Wild sequel. Oh, The Witcher Wild Hunt is coming to the Switch, the complete edition. So all that free DLC that we got, as well as the 2 main expansions, are all going to the Switch. That's kind of cool. I played the crap out of The Witcher on the PS4. I never finished it just because there was so much to do. I kept getting. You're like riding through the thing. And you're like, hey, what's going on over there? Oh wait, what am I doing over here? There's like so much to do. You just get. It's like in GTA when you're like doing a mission and you're like, hey, what's going on over there? Or you just drive your car into a wall at 180 miles.
Yeah, you just come up creative ways to kill yourself for an hour and a half.
If this game is like not full price,
I was thinking of replaying GTA 5 on the PS4.
I was, and I got up to the point, the mission where your kid's stuck on the boat.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I haven't picked it up since, but it was really fun playing it again on the 5. It's probably super cheap now, too. I think it's actually on sale right now. If this game is discounted, I might pick it up because that might be fun just to like replay The Witcher, but on the Switch, but like have it with you. So that's kind of cool. Sonic and Mario at the Olympics.
That could be fun to play.
Yeah.
I like
small bitch
games like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like,
just a bunch of people just fucking around in that game. Yeah.
Like I like sports games for that reason of like, I could play it today and I could play it in 6 months and it doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. So I
don't need to put in 40 hours to beat this game in 2 weeks to like, Yeah. So this is the new art style for Link. It's just a nice little different design. Oh, it's like almost like a clay.
Yeah, he looks kind of. He's got a cute little smile and everything. I definitely want to play this game. It's one of the Zelda games I never got around to playing. It was on the something. Whatever. My brain is not functioning anymore today. But yeah, it looks like a fun little game. I thought it had a release date, but I could be wrong.
Go back a little.
I saw it. There it was. That was it. September 20th, 2019. So really soon. Don't care. No More Heroes 3 for anyone. This game. So they announced this game. I don't know if you heard about people talking about this. Contra Road Court. It looks real fucking bad. Like
in a good way?
No. Like just bad, awful. Just garbage. And for some reason it has the name Contra on it. Look at how bad it looks.
Yeah, but
No, it's not an indie game.
Not an indie game.
No.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I should have looked at that.
Like, it looks early PS2. And it shouldn't. Like, yeah, indie games, they don't always look good. They go for that weird artsy style. No, this is not a fucking thing. It looks terrible. It looks like crap. And everyone was making fun of it, for rightfully so. There's the Avengers one, the Final Fantasy remake. This game just looks gorgeous too, and I can't wait to play it. March 3rd, 2020, for the first part of whatever the fuck that game is. So this was big. So remember, I told you a while ago that Final Fantasy released all of its games onto the Switch and like ported them all over, and like 8 is never anywhere there because of licensing, blah blah blah. They have finally remastered it, and they finally are going to release it onto different things. For the first time ever, which is kind of cool. So obviously Steam, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Ha! Suck it, Stadia.
Yeah, Stadia didn't get that
Yeah,
one.
fuck you, Stadia. Remastered for Crystal Chronicles. I remember that being a big get on the GameCube back in the day. Everyone was excited to play that. And now it's on the Switch, PS4. Weirdly, not on the Xbox. Outsiders. Don't know what that is. Halo Infinite just showed like Master Chief getting rebooted and everything. It is a launch title for the Scarlet.
Oh, of course.
Because he made a good point. He was like,
Halo,
the Wii gave you a reason to buy an Xbox back in the day was to play Halo.
Yeah.
Now we're giving you that reason again. And they showed off Master Chief. The theme kicked in. And then that's all they showed. And you're like, fuck you, show us more. And that's Holiday 2020. So we should get a release date for PlayStation 7. PlayStation 5 soon. Then they went way too long on Flight Simulator, which was weird. They showed this really long trailer for Flight Simulator for the Xbox. Cyberpunk. Oh, they showed off Battletoads, which looks kind of fun. Yeah. Blair Witch. Everyone thought this was a remake to Alan Wake.
Okay.
And then finally the logo popped up, and it looks like you it looks like you kind of like die and have to do things over. I guess some kid gets lost in the woods. And
I will say, I'll tell you this, side note. I have never seen the movie.
I did a long time ago, and I haven't watched it since.
Never seen it.
But this game looks really good. It's first person. It looks like a fun, scary game to play. So I will probably stream it because that's fun. But yeah, so it just looks like you have your camera and you're investigating this kid, and then you die from the Blair Witch, and then it starts all over again. And it takes place in 1996.
Isn't that what the movie?
I think so. Yeah. But it looks gorgeous. It looks like you control the dog and tell her where to go, kind of thing. The Blair Witch gets you, you die, and then you go back. This game releases soon, August 30th. So it's coming to PC and Xbox One.
That's weird.
It's probably
Obviously,
they probably paid for the thing, or they developed it in house. I don't. Is there a?
It says an upcoming indie game.
Yeah.
So they must have just paid for it.
It must be. It looks scary as fuck though. So I'm kind of excited for that.
But we talked about this. Is that an exclusive? Because it's not.
I don't count PC as exclusive with exclusive.
So do you say that's exclusive?
Yes, that's an Xbox exclusive. I don't give a fuck about PC. Like if it's on the PC, it's on the PC. I don't care. Like PC just gets stuff. They don't count.
The hand-me-downs?
Yeah, that looked better. The hand-me-downs that look better. And then the logo popped up, and you're like, "Wait, the Blair Witch? What the fuck?"
But there are games that are just on Xbox or just on PlayStation, no PC.
Yeah.
Those 100% exclusive.
These still count as exclusive to me because
how about
semi-exclusive, like show exclusive. We got a really bad trailer for Gears of 5 where like her face just like fucking morphed into different people, showed off nothing. And then they showed off Escape for like 25 minutes and you're just like, God damn it, move on. Doom Eternal, we already talked about. Youngblood, we already talked about. Jedi Fallen Order, FIFA.
You hear about women's FIFA right now? Women's World Soccer? You hear about that?
Yeah, I covered it last week when I went, hey, soccer's on, and then I don't give a fuck about soccer.
See the more recent stuff though? I don't know. I think it happened this week where like US won 13-0.
Oh yeah, and everyone was mad because they were cheering.
Because they were cheering.
Yeah.
And bitching.
And I'm like, who fucking cares? They cheer.
First of all, we're gonna go on our sports rant right now. So
yeah,
like son of a bitch, like one of the girls scored. I think it was like the 10th or 11th goal.
Yeah.
And but it was the 10th or 11th goal in a game that is clearly a blowout.
Yeah.
But it was her first
World
celebrate. Cup goal.
Yeah.
And she's been there, like this is her second time going there. So she went there 4 years ago, and now she's coming back now for the World Cup. And she didn't score 4 years ago or anything. So it's her first World Cup goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 11th in a
but you know,
game,
it's your first goal.
But it's your first goal. You want to fucking cheer?
Yeah.
Fucking cheer.
Now, if it's your second goal, be like, okay, cool, yeah. You know, it's your third goal. You're like, all right, cool.
But there was like, I don't know their names, but like there was one girl who I'm guessing is probably the star of the team, one of the starters or whatever. She had like 5 goals out of the 13.
After your first one,
after her first 3, like she was like, woo, like okay, good, and just kind of kept. She didn't party up like when she scored the first goal of the game.
That's what you do, right? Yeah.
But yeah, everyone was really on that.
Also, update the sports. Raptors won.
Yeah, Raptors won last night.
Awesome.
I was not watching the game, but I was tracking it on my phone. Like I just had it ready, and I would just refresh the page just to look at the score from time to time.
So here's the thing: I fucking knew they were playing. RTG started his stream. I started watching it, and then I just passed the fuck out. I'm like, man, I should probably go to bed. So I just went to bed. I woke up in the morning, and I completely forgot the game was on last night until someone mentioned, they're like, oh, yeah, the Raptors won. I'm like, I fucking forgot to check. I was just so fucking tired.
I don't even, because I also got like my, news went off.
Yeah.
Saying they won.
I still haven't updated my sports things. They're still broken.
I was looking, but I'm talking like even like just like I follow CBC for instance. They reported it like.
I didn't check Twitter. I didn't check anything, and like I was just like, oh right, they won. I'm like, fuck, I forgot to look because the last game I spent the last 5 minutes just refreshing everything to get updates. I was like living on my phone trying to like, and there was like 1 point.
Fucking blew his ACL last night.
Oh god.
For Oakland.
Yeah.
In the third quarter.
It's crazy. And that includes sports talk for this week. Join us next week when we don't have any sports because all the leagues that are important are done.
St. Louis won the other day.
Yeah.
Fucking Toronto won the other day.
Oh, it's nice that St. Louis won too.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do now is
suck it, Boston.
talk about baseball.
Yeah. And no one cares about that because they play 186 games when really they need to play 30. And then with the Kingdom Hearts did that thing where they make really shitty trailers where like the sound effects don't work. And, like, instead of voice acting, they just put the fucking words in when we know they talk. And it's...
Did this say Kingdom Hearts 3 Remastered?
No, it says Remind.
Remind? Like, what is this for? Didn't the game just come out?
This is the DLC.
Okay.
And this takes place post-game. But, like, he's not talking, and then, like, it's just words. And they do this all the fucking time. Like, I've bitched about these trailers before. And, like, there's no sound effects right here.
Oh, yeah? It's
there's
just like
there's
a silent trailer?
I think there's music. Yeah, there's music. But, like, there's no sound effects. There's no nothing.
Why?
I don't fucking know. They do it all the goddamn time, and it's awful. Like, why aren't you doing sound effects? And, like, again, guy talking, just words on screen.
Well, they're going back to the beginning where you had to read everything. Like, that's stupid.
But, like, you have the fucking voice acting. I would take the Japanese voice acting.
I'm guessing, though, when you play the game, you're going to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Fully dialogue. Like, it just makes no fucking sense. And again, they didn't give a date because they just, like, later.
Well, I mean, based on history, probably 2034?
Yeah,
yeah. The DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3.
And then they announced Banjo-Kazooie for Smash, which was like, yes. Our buddy Curly, we know, good friend of the channel, made a reacts video for it because he's like, he loves fucking Banjo more than anyone I've ever seen.
Couldn't point him out on a lineup.
Banjo or Curly?
No, Banjo. Curly, yeah, I know he looks. But
yeah, Curly.
Banjo.
Props to that was dope.
Couldn't point him out on a lineup.
Yeah.
Well, show him.
Show you Banjo? You got the keyboard, so just type in Banjo. There he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Images. Just go to images.
I was gonna see if I can find the trailer.
I don't see the trailer.
But you'll yeah. Must everything on YouTube have an ad?
You know what else I noticed? I was watching stuff on my phone on YouTube, and it actually cuts to an ad in the middle of the video.
Yeah, depending.
But not when I'm watching it on a desktop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's Banjo.
Oh, the bear looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear's Banjo, Kazooie's the bird. going to Smash. Kind of dope. Also, there's a rumor floating around that Xbox and Nintendo are playing really nice right now because obviously that's a rare, that's a rare character because Nintendo developed, Rare developed a game, put it on Nintendo. That's where the first two were, and you can't play them on Xbox, obviously. Rumor has it now they're playing so nice together. They're going to make a new Banjo-Kazooie game for the Switch. I'm like, yes, because the first two Banjo-Kazooie games are fantastic. Love them. Nuts and bolts suck. Yeah. But if we get a new one, platformer, old schooly kind of Banjo, maybe some updates to platforming, I'm in. Yeah. That's a dope fucking game. But yeah. And then they announced a whole bunch of other shit for like fucking like another goddamn like fucking Final Fantasy Fire Emblem sword fighter dude for fucking Smash. We're like, enough with these fucking characters. Pick any other fucking person. Grab a goddamn Ninja Turtle. Like, so they announced Joker, the first DLC character. Like, awesome. Then they announced, I fucking forget the name of the game. It's Dragon Quest cross thing with the sword fighters. We're like, oh fuck. They let off with that. We're like, I really hope that's not the fucking DLC announcement for it, because they were like, hey, stay tuned for Smash DLC news during Nintendo's E3 Direct presentation. We're like, all right. It let off with that. We're like, fuck, just piss off. And then they announced Kazooie, and we're like, yeah, get hype moment. Get hype moment. And then like, fucking Jesus Christ, it's about Square Enix's conference. It was like fucking forever. Because like they started off with Final Fantasy VII. Like, awesome, blah, 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 going through it. And then like just fucking game after fucking game of remakes of RPGs and this, that, and the other. And you're like, get to the goddamn Avengers. I think it was an hour and 45 minutes.
It was a long one.
And then like the last 15 were Avengers. And I'm just like, please get to the fucking point.
Yeah, it was a long one for them.
Oh my God. And that was your random fucking bunch of E3 shit. We're at 50 minutes. We knew it was going to be a lot of E3 stuff because that's what it was. I think last year what happened we did was our E3 stuff was its own video.
I think so.
Because we did it like the Tuesday after E3 and then we did the podcast anyways. I clicked home and clicked the wrong button. So to get away from E3, they announced the two actors for different roles in Titans. They cast Aqualad. Drew Van Acker is going to be Aqualad next season. That's pretty dope.
A lot of new heroes coming to that show.
Yeah.
Next season.
And then they announced Mercy Graves, Natalie Gumda. Yeah. Cool. I don't know who this is either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who she is. A Van Acker I thought I recognized, but yeah, I don't know who she is. But cool. Titans seems to be moving along rather nicely, which is good. Gives me hope for DC services because on the heels of some other news, Swamp Thing was promptly canceled after it premiered, which was really fucking weird because everyone was kind of high on that show.
Well, they will air the whole first
they're going to
season.
air the whole first season, every episode, once a week or whatever they're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then like it reviewed very well. Yeah. I watched the trailer finally. It looks amazing.
Well, I think that's
and here is the problem.
It looks amazing.
It looks really good because they thought they were getting a lot of money from Atlanta for tax purposes to make the show. It would have cost them like $12 million because they were getting a bunch of stuff. Turns out someone is wrong.
Misread something, misrepresented, said something. Shit got confusing, and they're not getting back as much as they thought they were getting.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Well, we can't continue making this like that."
And it looks really good.
Yeah, like if we're not getting what we thought we were getting back, like we have to pull the plug.
And that's what's different between Titans and
Titans is cheap. You know what I mean? Like visually, it's not a start. You know,
but what's the other one? Titans, Doom Patrol. They look really good as well, and they have special effects because they're taped elsewhere, and they get those tax breaks.
Titans.
They're both filmed in the same spot. It's probably.
I know Titans last year filmed in Toronto.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're.
Oh, maybe Doom Patrol's in Georgia.
I don't know where, but 100% Titans was filmed in Toronto last year.
Georgia's real careful. They're gonna lose all their shit real soon because everyone's gonna fucking leave Georgia. Also on Beetlejuice, apparently. Yeah. Kind of sucks. And everyone was like, well, what does this mean for the universe and the app and
I don't
all
think
that
it-
stuff.
I
And
didn't- I
like
didn't read into
they
the
came
fact
out
that-
and they gave this weird like they acknowledged it, right?
Yeah.
For the first time ever, DC
Yeah, they
acknowledged
did put it on,
something.
I read that.
And they were like, don't worry about it, but maybe worry about it, but don't worry about it. It's cool.
Well, no, like I
Because there's that rumor like they might
well,
fold
yeah,
it to
there's
bring it
whole-
into to Warner Brothers' own streaming app. And I really hope they don't do that. I would like them to be separate. Just because like the whole point of this DC Universe thing was to have all the shows under one umbrella, as well as like discounts on figures and books.
Comics.
And now all the comics are there as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just give us a fucking network. We won't get all that with Warner Brothers stuff.
No.
Plus, it'll be buried
Yeah.
in somewhere else. Like right now, almost every DC cartoon is on there, as far and movie is on there,
Yeah.
or coming to there at some point. I don't want all that buried in Warner Brothers stuff.
No, I definitely want to keep them separate. But I was never concerned about the DC app closing just because they canceled the show. If NBC cancels a show, the whole network doesn't.
Yeah. No, I would.
You know,
but
like,
it was
but
kinda-
that's what a lot of people were saying. Oh, you canceled the show. Like, are you closing the network?
Yeah.
No, we
Because
just
like
canceled the show.
Titans,
It's fucking
Titans
expensive,
season
man.
1 or 2 is coming.
Yeah.
The next half of Young Justice,
is coming.
the Harley Quinn
Harley
thing,
Quinn is
Stargirl is still
Yeah,
going.
Stargirl. Yeah. These
Zoom
other
Patrol,
shows-
I'm sure we'll get a season 2 renewal for soon. And Titans is going to keep going. There was a rumor going around that Swamp Thing was going to run 3 years and cross over with Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, that would have been awesome. And then now they were like, oh, we should have John Constantine go over there and be on Swamp Thing because they're like intertwined. And I'm like, that'd be cool. And then just grab Matt Ryan because he just needs to play fucking Constantine everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it continuity wise it
Yeah.
makes sense. Just throw them as characters. Fuck.
But no, I wasn't concerned that the network was
Holding because of that.
Oh, I
But
wasn't either.
I much like you, like I've read the same thing about the Warner Brothers app and what that means for this, and they haven't answered that question.
Because they don't know
I don't
yet.
think they know yet.
And my problem with them not knowing is like they haven't released this app everywhere yet. They're taking analytics from the US, not everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you wait to see what your worldwide numbers are
Or
before just
expand a
use?
little bit more.
But even
North
like,
America.
yeah,
Yeah.
like give us and like maybe Europe,
Yeah, part
like
of Europe.
the UK and whatever, just to gauge the interest. Because like, yeah, the US numbers may not be where you hit them, but like you just launched this thing. Like, don't get rid of it right away. Launch somewhere else and see where you go. Like, I'm still waiting for the goddamn WWE network to give us a fucking version off of fucking cable here.
Yeah,
But they signed that fucking 10-year goddamn deal, which sucks. And I'm like, look, I'll pay for your shitty fucking promotion. Just let me watch the shit I want to watch.
But they
Even changed it because you were telling me like even if I have cable,
Yeah.
I could get it, but they changed it to the point where like I can't do certain things on my desktop versus watching it on the TV.
Yeah,
or
your
whatever.
desktop has the full library.
Yeah.
Your cable box doesn't. It's
Doesn't.
like a weekly scheduled
Yeah.
programming thing, which is just weird. Just give us the fucking thing. That's
just give us an app when I can watch whatever I want, whenever I want.
exactly. The Ranch has been canceled on Netflix after it airs season 4 up until like 2019. Blah 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 blah. That show sucked because Danny Masterson got fired, and like the whole draw was kind of like him and the two main characters of what's his face going back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, obviously there's the extended characters and like their lives and blah blah blah. But the main show was about the dad and the two sons and the mom, which was nice. And then all that shit with Danny Masterson, he did this, he
Shit
didn't
changes
do
and
that,
stuff
he did
happens,
that.
things
Yeah.
are affected.
We don't know if he did
Or
that, but it kind of
Ashton, though, like he's just getting bounced around to like shows where
yeah.
co-stars get.
And like this was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. And I even watched the latter half of the other one after what's his face left.
Was he replaced with someone, or just like he was gone?
Dax Shepard came in to do some
like a
things.
friend,
I
like a
yeah.
cousin or
I
whatever,
I
like
don't
that
know
thing, like-
if he's fully in the show now or something because he's on something else, but I don't know. My throat got real dry from doing Beetlejuice there. I don't know if anything else broke this week. Just a lot of E3 stuff. There was so much coverage for
Did
E3.
you see the Scarlet Spider figure?
I really want this fucking Scarlet. So it's weird because it's a hot toy Scarlet Spider, but it's based off the PS4 version of the costume.
Yeah,
Which
I like it.
I do too. I really want this thing. I really wish it would tell me how much it was. Because this is like I love
Go down a little bit more. There's a few
I love the Scarlet Spider costume. It is one of my favorite Spider-Man costumes. And like it comes with all this stuff and cool shit like that. But this, like, it looks like a high-end figure, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too much. Hopefully. I kind of do want it because it kind of looks amazing. And it looks very fucking posable. It's got little web lines and shit. He comes with a phone. I like the pizza box on the thing. But yeah, it looks amazing. Highly detailed. Just dope. Like, one of the main costumes I used constantly in that game was this costume. Because I love the Scarlet Spider costume. I just go with me on this. I really wish they would do the Clone Saga in a movie, but like good. Because obviously we know there's huge baggage with the Clone Saga because it's terrible. But I love Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
And even if you just did like the multiverse where Ben Reilly just shows up. Yeah, 100% I'm down. You can give a brief fucking backstory for him, kind of like the vignettes in Spider-Verse. Yeah. I want that because I want this costume on screen. I want to see him. And then you bring in fucking... no, I saw the UK Spider-Man rumor thing, but I was more thinking Superior would be kind of cool to see on screen kind of deal. There's so many cool Spider-Man stories that they could do that you just don't. Endgame is really close to beating the record. Probably will, like, in the next week and a half or some bullshit. Did you see that Marvel did a tease for Ghost Rider? No. Just on their thing, like, sinners be aware, blah, blah, blah. I wonder how Child Play is going to do it. Opens up soon. Hey, Detective Pikachu is now the highest grossing video game movie ahead of Tomb Raider. We were talking about that last week. We were at an hour. Do you want to talk about this real quick? Not really. Yeah. More just rumors and hearsay. There's nothing up on it yet, so don't worry about it, guys. We'll bring you updates if something breaks. Well, that's not fucking surprising.
They make their own games?
They were going to. Amazon lays off a dozen game developers during E3. Oof. But, like, they announced their development thing, and I don't think they really developed anything worthwhile. So, who knows? I think that's kind of it, man. We just had E3. Some other news trickle out. That shit was from, like, last week. We just didn't talk about it because we ended up talking about E3 for so long. If you guys listen to this before the sale ends, NBA 2K19 is like $4 on the Switch. I would recommend picking that up because it's a fun game. I think they took some stuff out of it because of it's on the Switch, so not everything is on there. I think the Outer Worlds is that Bethesda game. Not the Bethesda game, the Fallout game. Oh. Like the Fallout game. Like the New Vegas guys. I'm pretty sure with Obsidian Entertainment. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. That game I'm really interested in because it's like Fallout and Fallout New Vegas, but it's the guys who made New Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, we saw the trailer. Guys that made the Fallout game. Yeah. The other ones they were bought by, I believe, Xbox. Yeah. That game looks dope too. Because it's just more Fallout, but by those guys who made a really good Fallout game. But yeah, that was kind of it, guys. Nothing really big. We're kind of, E3's done. Games will start trickling out September, October. Comic-Con's coming up soon. No one's going, apparently. Nope. Someone who we didn't think was going is going, but I can't remember who it was. I fucking can't. Wonder Woman's not going.
Yeah,
DC's not going. Marvel, I think, said they weren't going either. No. But someone, I think it was like fucking Harry Potter or some bullshit like that, said they were going. And we're like, what? Somebody big like that, but I can't remember who it was. Yeah. But we'll see what happens there. There's always a ton of things. Batman Hush releases around that. We said we were going to do a review for that, so look forward to that. We haven't done like a kind of reviewy thing in a while, so that'll be interesting to do. But yeah, we also got a cool new background. It's lighter and you can see us. Hello. We look less, what was it, grimy, pixelated, we said? Something like that. We'll change it up every now and again so you guys can kind of see us better. And if you listen and watch this, if you listen to it, hello. Anyways, that's it. I'm done rambling off at the end of this podcast. We will see you next week. This has been the Talking Bull podcast. Have a good week. Adios.